You don't always need a new job to make more money. Sometimes the fastest raise is hiding inside the job you already have, work you can spin up, ship, and get paid for without changing your LinkedIn headline. I call them internal side hustles, small, high-leverage projects that sit just outside your official job description but directly inside the company's revenue, cost, or risk map. They turn you from good employee into profit center with a badge. They're also how you test a new version of your career without quitting to see if it fits. This is the playbook. First, a reframe. Your paycheck is not a reward for effort, it's a share of value. Value is whatever your leadership pays for when they're stressed. More revenue, faster revenue, cheaper operations, lower churn, fewer errors, safer compliance, prettier dashboards for board meetings, smoother launches, happier talent who don't quit, fewer invoices in limbo, and any metric that moves a story from "we hope" to "we did." Internal side hustles are short sprints that move one of those needles and make it obvious you were the one who pushed. If you're not sure where to point your energy, build a 5-line shadow P&L for your team. Take a sticky note and write 1. How money comes in, units, average deal size, cycles. 2. The top 3 costs that slow or shrink that money, people time, tools, errors, rework. 3. The choke points leaders complain about, bottlenecks, approvals, legal. 4. Customer pain that shows up as tickets, returns, churn, NPS dips. And 5, compliance/security risks that could set the place on fire. Circle anything with a number attached to it already. Numbers are the language raises speak. Now choose your lane. Internal side hustles come in 5 flavors. Revenue accelerators, sales enablement toolkits, upsell scripts, better demo flows, inbound content that turns into qualified leads, referral programs employees can run, pricing calculators that stop discount drift. Cost killers, automation of repetitive tasks, cleaner SOPs, one-click reporting, vendor renegotiations, contract consolidation, archiving tools that lower storage bills, training that fixes the repeated error. Time unlocks, meeting surgery, kill or shorten, templates that turn 90 minutes into 9, self-service wikis, onboarding in a box, manager dashboards that replace weekly hand-built slides. Risk reducers, permission cleanups, access audits, playbooks for incidents, versioning discipline, checklists that keep fines and PR disasters in the realm of the hypothetical. Talent magnets, internship programs, interview kits, recognition rituals, internal guilds, SQL Fridays, RevOps Hour, tiny career ladders that keep people from leaving for clarity elsewhere. Pick the one your manager already mutters about or your CX team writes tickets about. Then scope a 30 to 60-day sprint. Internal side hustles die when they look like revolutions. Make yours a pilot. Pilots get yeses. The anatomy of a great internal side hustle is boring in the best way. A problem stated in a single sentence with a number. Our SDRs spend 4 hours per week per person assembling lists. An automated enrichment play could cut that by 75%. Finance closes late because we chase 18 straggler receipts every month. A pre-close checklist and Slack reminder bot can cut that to 3. Support escalations average 3.2 days. A triage rubric plus macros should drop that under 24 hours for the common 3 categories. A tiny business case. 1 paragraph, 3 lines of math. Current cost, time, or risk, to proposed change, to expected savings or revenue with a conservative range and a date. You're not applying for a grant, you're asking for air cover. A 1-page plan. What you'll do in weeks 1 to 2, discovery plus prototype, weeks 3 to 4, pilot plus iterate, weeks 5 to 8, rollout plus measure. Who needs to bless it, legal, infosec, finance, what you need, 2 hours per week of X person, access to Y data, a sandbox tool trial, how you'll declare victory, the number you promised, on the date you promised, with screenshots. You'll pitch this like an adult. Schedule 15 minutes with your manager and come with the problem line, the paragraph, and the plan. Script. I noticed problem with number. I scoped a 6-week pilot that uses tool/process to target result. Cost is 0/near 0. Time is your time plus named stakeholder for small ask. I'll deliver artifact by date and measure metric. If it works, we can roll forward plan. If it doesn't, we learn fast. Can I run this under your umbrella? Managers greenlight projects that make them look good and don't surprise their boss. You are offering that. Examples, because ideas are easier when you can steal them. Sales/RevOps. Build a closing kit that standardizes final mile docs. Mutual action plan template, ROI one-pager seeded with editable variables, objection handling crib notes based on the last 50 loss notes, and a short Loom video on how to assemble it in 15 minutes. Metrics, cycle time on late-stage ops, discount rate, win rate delta. Bonus, a pipeline hygiene bot that pings reps to update next steps by Thursday noon pre-forecast, so leadership stops guessing. If legal holds deals, pre-write the redline cheat sheet for the 4 clauses that always stall with fallback positions the company actually accepts. Marketing, launch a customer-proof sprint. Interview 3 customers, extract 1 hero quote each, assemble 1 90-second case study per week for a month, and build a Notion gallery with tags by industry, use case, and objection. Pair with a short email sequence for AE follow-ups. Use Canva, not procurement. Measure meetings booked from sequences using the new assets versus before. Marketers talk about content engines. You ship a bicycle that works by Friday. Support/success. Write macros plus a triage rubric for the 12 questions that make up 70% of tickets. Add a self-serve first decision tree and train the team on tone that diffuses escalation. Build a weekly voice of customer loop, the top 5 issues, the product owner tagged, the link to the fix ticket, and the dollar estimate of churn exposure. Time to first response drops, repeat tickets shrink, and product suddenly feels the customer. You just bought the company a calmer Tuesday.
Finance/operations. Build a pre-close pack. On the 20th of the month, send a Slack email checklist to every budget owner with 3 clicks. Submit accruals, upload receipts, verify vendor list. Include a cheeky progress bar by department in a live sheet so social proof does the nagging. Close time drops, audit risk drops, your CFO smiles at a number and at your name next to it. HR/people. Launch a first 10 days onboarding runbook and a buddy system. Pre-write the 10 doc links new hires need, seed calendar holds for one-on-ones, script the first Friday retro to fix gaps. Add a 30-60-90 plan template with business-tied goals so managers stop winging it. Your ramp time falls by a week and retention 90 days goes up. That is real money, recruiter fees avoided, and productivity forward-loaded. Engineering/product. Create a release readiness checklist that merges QA, docs, support into a single gate. Add a 15-minute cross-team huddle 2 days before ship with a single slide that lists what breaks, who's on call, rollback plan, and the one metric that tells you if it's working. Postmortems shrink from novels to bullet points. Incidents go down. Launches stop eating weekends. The quiet is the win. Compliance/security. Run an access spring clean. Pull a list of users with admin privileges in top systems, compare against HR roster, and set a rule. Admin roles expire every 90 days unless reapproved. Add a one-click request re-up form. Document in a one-pager for audit. Risk drops. Fines stay hypothetical. The business sleeps harder. Okay, you say, but my calendar is already full. Fair. We're not adding a second job, we're trading existing low-value time for a high-leverage sprint. You will free the hours you need with 3 moves: meeting surgery, template theft, and focus sprints. Meeting surgery. Audit your week for 14 days. Any meeting where your presence does not change the outcome gets a polite decline and a written update. Script. I'm heads down on a process improvement pilot that will cut X. I'll skip this one, here's my status in 4 bullets. If you need me, tag me in the doc. Then propose to your manager a maker morning block twice a week for your pilot. Protect it like a dentist appointment you can't reschedule. Template theft. Refuse to build from scratch. Swipe a policy template, a design system, an email sequence skeleton, a macro starter pack. The game is how fast you can adapt proven bones to your context, not how ornate your bones are. Custom is a tax that pilots don't need to pay. Focus sprints. Work in 2 50-minute blocks with a 10-minute break. No Slack, no email. Keep a scratch pad for later thoughts. End each block by writing the next 3 steps. You can ship an internal side hustle in 6 such blocks per week, across 6 weeks. 6 hours that change a quarter. You're going to hit friction. Territorial colleagues, we tried that once, tool gatekeepers, compliance dragons. Anticipate and co-opt. Give credit loudly. This macro is 80% what support already wrote. I just bundled it. Co-pilot with the skeptic. Jess, you've seen 3 versions of this fail, help me design the 4th. Get legal on your side early with snacks and a 1-pager. Make the project safe for everyone's incentives. No one loses face, everyone gets named in the thank yous. Your social design is as important as your technical design. Measurement is your plot armor. You will collect before-after, not vibes. For cost/time projects, track the baseline for 2 weeks, then run the pilot and remeasure for 2. For revenue projects, define attribution humbly, influenced opportunities, attach rate, cycle time. Trend lines beat single points. Snap a screenshot of the KPI graph every Friday. Put your name and the project name in the file. You're building your raise packet in real time. Speaking of raises, how do you turn this into money? You make the value undeniable and the ask easy to say yes to. Draft a 1-page impact dossier with 3 sections. 1. The problem, with baseline numbers and who was affected. Support escalations averaged 3.2 days, customer NPS was 49. Agents spent 18% of their week on repeat inquiries. 2. The intervention, what you built with artifacts linked. Macros plus triage rubric plus training plus weekly VOC loop. See docs, looms, and templates here. 3. The result, numbers and quotes. Escalations down to 22 hours, minus 72%. NPS plus 7, agent repetitive time down to 9%. Quote from CX lead, we regained 2 FTEs worth of breathing room. Then, in your next one-on-one or performance review window, script this calmly. In Q2, I scoped and shipped project. It delivered metric by number, saving generating circa estimate per quarter. I'd like to talk about aligning my compensation with this higher level of impact. Options that would work for me, a base adjustment of X%, a title change to with band, or a formal carve-out where I lead function at comp level. What does a yes look like from your perspective? Be ready for not now. Companies move in budget seasons. If the answer is after reviews, turn it into a documented path. Great. What milestones between now and then would make the decision easy? Get it in writing. Keep delivering. The follow-up email is your friend. Per our chat, we'll revisit in August after metrics sustained for N weeks, second pilot live. The squeaky wheel gets oiled when it squeaks with receipts, not with noise.
If raises are frozen but growth is possible, convert impact into career capital. Scope a promotion path, negotiate protected time for ongoing internal side hustles, ask for an internal transfer to the team that needs what you do, or craft a hybrid role. Many companies will pay more for a job that clearly exists than for a person who vaguely overperforms. Make the job exist. Give it a name, a scope, a backlog, and 3 stakeholders who would cry if it disappeared. Then ask to be the obvious candidate. Don't forget incentives beyond salary. If your company does bonuses tied to OKRs, make sure your project's metric is an OKR you co-own. If equity is on the table, argue for a refresh when you ship something that moves a company KPI. If budgets won't budge, ask for tool access, conference passes, or certification budgets that multiply your next ask. I'll deliver X, you sponsor Y so I can turn one win into a system. Even no's can buy you fuel for bigger yeses later. Internal side hustles also de-risk your career. People who ship useful things become names that float in rooms you're not in. When reorgs happen, projects that remove pain survive. The people who run them get seats. When recruiters call, your stories are sharper. Not, I attended meetings, but I found a leak worth $120K per year and fixed it in 6 weeks with no budget. Ironically, this is also how you get poached without trying. Raising your value inside raises your value outside. That's not disloyal, that's leverage that makes your inside conversations cleaner. Beware traps. Don't become the informal owner of 3 processes nobody will ever formalize or pay for. Pilot, measure, hand off. Create docs and train a successor so your wins don't chain you. Say no to just one more unless it is on your terms with scope and recognition. Guard your maker mornings. Document credit. If you must do ghost work, keep a private ledger. It's not petty, it's how you write your impact memo without memory lying. Your toolkit for this season is small and sharp. A 1-page project charter template, problem, outcome, plan, timeline, stakeholders, risks, artifact list.
A metrics spreadsheet with before-after columns and tiny charts that executives can read in 8 seconds. A Loom account for quick walkthroughs so you don't book 10 meetings to explain one thing. A checklist app or simple Kanban board that the team can see: to do, doing, done, blocked. A thank you doc where you capture names and quotes. You will need this at review time and for favors later. A folder named Impact Dossiers with 1 PDF per project, dated. This is your quiet brag pile. Let's map a 60-day sample cycle so this doesn't live as theory. Days 1 through 7, shadow P&L scan. Choose target problem, grab baseline numbers, float a 15-minute pitch to your manager with the paragraph plan. Get air cover. Days 8 through 14, stakeholder interviews, 30 minutes each. Draft V1 SOP or script or macro. Build a tiny prototype in a sandbox. Capture a 3-minute loom of here's how it works. Days 15 through 28, pilot with a small group, 1 team, 1 region, 1 product line. Tracks 3 metrics daily. Hold a 15-minute daily stand-up for the pilot period. Fix snags. Days 29 through 35, publish V2. Announce in 1 crisp post in your internal channel. Link to docs, macro pack, and a 90-second loom. Tag leaders. Schedule 2 office hours. Days 36 through 49, roll wider. Train peers. Collect quotes from users. Keep the dashboard live. Snapshot graphs weekly. Days 50 through 60, write the impact dossier. Present a 5-slide deck to your manager. Problem, solution, results, quotes, next. Make the ask. Pay, title, charter. Scripts you can borrow for friction points. This isn't extra work, it's process rescue. I'm borrowing 6 hours to save us 60 months. I'm not changing policy, I'm packaging what already works so more people can do it without heroics. Legal is looped in, here's their sign-off. This lives or dies by the number. If it doesn't move by date, I'll sunset it. If this saves X per quarter, can we agree now that we'll convert that into raise percent, title, career path? Happy to open source this internally. Credit to names. I'll own the backlog until this date, then transition. What if you're early in career or in a role that feels far from money? You still have levers. Time unlocks and risk reducers are universal. Designers can ship a UI kit that halves mockup time. Analysts can build a query library and a data dictionary so people stop asking for the same numbers in 10 flavors. Admins can write a front door SOP for requests so you stop getting 5 channels of chaos. IT can template laptop setups with a 1-click script. Everyone can write better checklists. Checklists save money because errors are expensive and morale destroying. What if your boss is threatened? You keep them central. Never pitch above them without telling them first. Offer to put their name first on the doc. Ask them what their boss cares about and aim there. Invite them to the victory lap. If they still block out of ego, you've learned a bigger truth about your growth ceiling. Use this cycle to build portable stories and find a manager who isn't allergic to impact. What if your company truly has no oxygen? Frozen budgets, leadership in denial, burnout everywhere. Then your internal side hustle is to protect your health and to build stories you can carry out when you leave. Ship something small, document it, collect the quote, and go where your work can breathe. Internal side hustles are a way to opt into momentum. They aren't a religion to keep you in a place that won't move. The boring endgame is the exciting one. You become the person who makes problems smaller and numbers better without drama. Raises find you because your manager would rather keep you than start over. Titles catch up because everyone already treats you like the role you're asking for. Your calendar improves because your systems reduce the work that used to make you feel behind. You stop fantasizing about quitting to be valued because you built value and then priced it. You don't need a new job to make your job pay more. You need a tiny portfolio of proofs that your hours print results. That portfolio is built in 6-week sprints, 1-sentence problems, 1-paragraph cases, 1-page plans, and weekly snapshots. It is powered by maker mornings, polite declines, stolen templates, and looms. It is protected by best effort politics, generous credit, and receipts. Pick one leak, patch it, measure, ask, repeat. Internal side hustles are not extracurriculars. They're rehearsals for roles with bigger comp. The stage is already under your feet.